Hey guys, what's up? So I'm going to teach you how can you book more sales calls for your agency, and you might be booking sales calls right now. You are tired of booking like target codes in your sales calls. Trust me, all of this comes down to you know doing building your foundation, right? I'm going to teach you, and I'm going to tell you how I fixed my pump line, and by solving this six things, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter what you're running. Like, you might be running cold DMs, you might be running ads, you might be running some like YouTube funnel, some kind of, it all comes down to one of these six things that you are doing, and you need to fix them, right? So how can you book more sales calls? First, you need to realize that your business is a system, right? I learned this from Savants and Charlie Morgan, and they just, improved my IQ a lot, man. Like, you need to understand that your business is not you. Most of all, right? Think in components. Like, for example, my template isn't working, my DM script isn't working, my sales script isn't working. We just fixed on one thing and we forget everything else. For example, I was struggling with booking sales calls. I was struggling with, posting consistent content on Twitter. And by learning, right, by learning from Savants and Jolly Morgan, I realized that the reason I'm struggling, I'm not being consistent on Twitter or booking sales calls or, doing lead generation for my agency is because I don't have a routine. My sleep was shit. My diet was shit. I was not learning. I was undisciplined on other areas of my life, right? There is a saying that if you are weak in one area of your life, it will, you know, comes down to other area of life. It will also affect other areas of your life. So if you are doing some kind of like undisciplined shit in your personal life, like eating junk food or some shit like that, it will also affect your business. It will also affect your business. It will also affect the quality of your sales call you're running, right? If, let's say, you eat ice cream before going to the sales call and you just feel lethargic, you feel weak, you don't have energy because you're already full, your dopamine receptors are bullshit, right? So it is really important to think in systems, right? Your business is a whole system. You are running the system, so it is really crucial to check every box of your life, what you are doing, what you are eating, and what thing. And that's the same for the business. Okay, if you are struggling with lead generation, that means you are struggling with one of these things, right? So there are foundations, like for example your ICP offer and overall that stuff that builds the foundation of your business. And there are systems. Okay, so systems are built on foundations. If you have, so like for example, a foundation, and you have to build system on it. Like for example, how for example, this is a good example for this is, if you are delivering for a ghostwriting, like let's say you're delivering ghostwriting services for somebody, and you need to build systems on ghostwriting. That's really simple, yeah. So if you're doing ghostwriting for a cold lead generation agency or whatever, you need to build systems to deliver that service, right? So systems are built upon foundations. If you don't have like a good, really good foundations, by the way, there is no good or bad foundation. There are like weak foundations and there are like strong foundations, right? I will explain that later. I learned this from Charlie Morgan, right? If you have good foundations, everything you do after that is because of those foundations. If you are not booking good sales calls, if you are not booking like qualified sales calls, that means your foundations are weak, right? So systems, foundations are related together. So you need to build foundations, and upon that you need to build systems, and upon that, from systems you can make content systems and all that stuff, and from that you get clients, obviously. And after you get clients, you need to deliver them. That's where the fulfillment comes, and the cycle repeats like that. This is the agency, typical agency model, right? So the reason you're not booking sales calls, or you need to increase your sales call, whatever it might be, you need to just focus on this area of your agency and the business foundations. And there are six foundations that you need to focus on typically, right? And the first of all is, whatever you might be running, you need to have a good call to action, right? Call to action is literally like, you know your good stuff. Like for example, you write your body, you write your book and stuff like that. But if your call to action, there is no call to action, for example, click this, thumbs up, what's the chat, reply me. People won't take action at all. Like, it is, I don't know what's this, but I've tried it myself. I trusted myself. I sent like 100 plus, like thousands of DMs, and I've trusted myself that you need to put a specific call to action. Like, people literally are retarded, to be honest, like, almost. And you need to put call to action. You need to specifically tell them what to do. And the easiest and the best one is to just like put a thumbs up, and it works the best for me right now. And it can be for anything, but guys, you need to be unique, and you don't need to copy, like, put a thumbs up. You can be unique. For example, give me a reply, tell this word or something like that. So you need to specifically tell them what to do, or else they will just, they will not reply at all. I have the experiences, right? Another one is, after the good call to action comes good offer. This is so important. I literally, overnight I booked like 12 calls in 2 days, just because I changed my offer overnight, right? Like, it has so much, effect on your DM script, your sales calls, your, everything. Your offer is the part of the foundations, obviously. So the good offer, you need to realize what your ICP actually need is a good offer. If you're testing out if you're testing out an offer right now and it's not working good, that means that might be the case that your ICP doesn't really need that offer at all. You need to understand that. If you are stuck with an offer and it's not working good, you are doing like everything else, you're putting out volume on the DMs, you're doing everything correctly, but you're not getting good results with that. That means your offer is kind of trash, and your ICP doesn't really need that offer at all. That means you need to get back to the drawing board and do the work again. You understand me? So you need to have a good offer, and trust me, guys, I literally like had massive, like 3 times more results just by rewriting my offer again and putting into my systems. I changed nothing about my systems. I literally changed nothing about my systems. I just build a new offer, put that new offer in my DM script, and I literally got 3 times more replies and calls booked for one night. So really, really important one. Another one is good quality. The quality is good. If you're running automation, you need to have a good quality of DM. The words you choose, the tonality of the words, the flow of the word, the professionality, the grammar, all of this conciseness makes gives you a good impression, right? You won't reply to a person who makes a grammatical error in their message, like, for example, leaving a comma or some kind of like stupid flow. So you need to have a good quality DM. And obviously, if you're doing like manual outreach, you that would be considered as a, can say, quality DM. Depends on how the way you're doing, right? So quality of the DM matters too, but also the volume of the DM. So next one is volume. Like, the thing is, right, 80% of the results comes from volume, literally. Like, if you are trying to focus on, you can say, quality. If you're trying to focus on quality, you also need to focus on volume, literally. Like, you can you can say, in my experience, right? And I learned this from many people, like Sam Evans, Charlie Morgan, and even Iman Gauzer, right? You can, let's say, have a medium sized quality DM, right? Medium quality DM, but you should have high volume. You know, the, it's better to send like 1,000 DMs with, you can say, a medium quality template than to send one DM to the best prospect and with the highest effort. It's the you can say, it's the odds are so against in your favor. Like, this uncertainty you will have, you will almost guarantee a reply rate. You can track this. You can track volume, you can track the PRR. PRR is positive reply rate. You can track metrics. But with the quality decreases volume. That means you can track that effectively. So what you can do, is to maintain a good amount of balance. Try to maintain a good amount of quality while doing shit ton of volume. Like volume, cash register enough is really, really important. Really important. Okay. So number five is good follow. This also comes under the volume. I've seen many people never follow up on me at all. Like 99% of the cold DMs I get on Twitter, people don't follow me at all. Literally. Like people just send me a DM and never follow me. Like never follow up on me. Obviously, I will intentionally not reply them on the first DM. And there is like 0.000%, 1% that actually followed me and I actually replied to them. So follow-ups are really important. And in my agency, I do consistent follow-ups. I have a follow-up system in my agency, and we get like 2-3 times more results than typical, hustlers or typical agency appointment bookers, whatever. So we get 2 to 3 times more results because we have a good system that follows up people consistently, and obviously we won't take it too far. If we will just, the 10 is the limit for us, that if after the 10 follow-up people doesn't reply, just leave them. They are not going to buy. They are literally not going to buy. Even if they bought your service, they will be shit client. In my experience, completely not worth it after following up on after 10 follow-ups, right? So the last one is good content and awareness, right? I did max, right? For example, if this is a good analogy. If you are sending 500, let's say 5,000 DMs, right? Let's say you're sending 5,000 DMs per day or something like that. That means you are presenting your offer to 5,000 people per day. If you're sending 5,000 DMs per day, assuming that there is a direct template, there is a direct template. If you assuming, let's say you are doing 5,000 DMs per day, you are technically showing 5,000 people your offer. That means the content, the way you can use content is simple. Like the content is really simple. Like for example, let's say you hit 1 million impressions per month and your content, is offer driven. Like you make content around your ICP and all that stuff. That means that is equivalent, almost equivalent to sending 1 million DMs per day. 1 million DMs per month. Which if you try to do it manually, like manually try to send 1 million DMs per month, it's fucking impossible if under 50 employees. Like you cannot send 1 million DMs per month. I mean, like you just need a shit ton of team and manual labor and some kind of like bullshit routine. So the content, if you are strategic enough, you can use content to almost your amazing level. Right, you need to post consistently and see your content and impressions as the offer people see. Like for example, if one person viewed your video, if one person saw your LinkedIn post or one person saw your Twitter post or whatever, that means one person saw your offer, and that is same as one cold DM, literally. So highly recommended, right? So guys, these are the 6 foundations that you need to focus on that will help you build your system, build your content, and deliver your clients and deliver for them. Get clients, deliver for them. Yeah. So these are the 6 foundations that you need to focus on for your lead generation to book more sales calls and improve your system, make good content and get more clients and ultimately deliver them in return and repeat this cycle again and again, right? So that's it. Have a great day. If you need help with lead generation, book a call below. And yeah, that's pretty much it.